Hey, what's up everyone, it's me Compass, and I'll show you the best pet for Cosmic PvP that is free to play. So off the bat, we're going to start off with Storm. So Storm has two very prominent strats. One that's basically PvE and one's basically, somewhat of a skillful sort of playstyle. The two are basically the elf pet. This is going to be the best elf pet. I mean, you could replace Defy with a Fire Ward and then have it Brace Defy. Honestly, that's the best. But this is also completely fine. Brace Defy is not really needed. It's definitely a very nice perk, but it's not needed. And the second best is this, or not really second best, but up there as the best for Storm. Is also this Rain Beetle pet, which is way better than my elf. And realistically, I'm starting to like Beetle a bit more, but this, in my opinion, is the best Beetle pet. I do not think you need a ward on Storm. And that's fully my opinion, and that's how I've played when I've been playing Storm. I think that Beetle is the best. Just comparing the two, I just think Beetle's way better, and you don't need a ward on a Storm at all. And of course, the second strat is basically the Blade Stack strat. If you want a Blade Stack, you should use this pet. Of course, mine isn't 10 dealer, but that doesn't matter at all. These are the best wards, Balance, Fire, and Myth. A lot of people Ice Ward, but I've been playing Ices, and I do not think you need Ice Ward. I'd rather have Balance. I'd rather have Myth Ward. Honestly, I just think this is the best Blade Stack pet for Storm. And next, we're going to Balance. And of course, Balance, we all use the Flamingo. I had used the Tabby before, and the Tabby is not good. I'm gonna be honest, I like the Flamingo. The Flamingo is way better. The overtime is just so nice. I just love the Flamingo. And this is what I use. Basically, of course, it's better to be Brace Defy, so instead of Defy, Giver, if you have that pet, that is the best one. Socket Brace Defy, that would be the best pet. And a lot of people do sacrifice Mighty for Fire Ward, and of course that's also really good, but I don't think I need Fire Ward. That's one thing. I just think as a balance, you don't really need Fire Ward, and plus I'm playing really aggro with Turk Robe. If I was using Sinister Robe or a Motorist Robe, I would actually, instead of Mighty, use Fire Ward. But if you're using Turquoise Robe, I'd rather not use the ward, and I go straight like just super aggro. Have Mighty or Giver, both are amazing. And yeah, basically that, in my opinion, is the best balance pet. Now for Death. Death is a very interesting school. It's not that great, but it's not too bad. And honestly, you need to start warding on a Death a lot more. But I don't. I actually have a non-ward pet. And the reason I don't use ward right now is because I'm like really trash rank right now. So I'm not versus the best of people. So if you're starting off with Death, I would highly recommend this pet just for the beefier damage. But realistically, this is the pet you want. That's on the screen. That is the best pet. You really need it. You really need those wards on a Death. People are also using Storm Ward, and it would make sense for you to socket Storm Ward instead of having that ward. Or Balance Ward socketed or whatever. But realistically, I think Storm Ward, I don't know. It's very interesting. You just gotta try it out. So try them both out and just think which one is the best. But I think as a base, doesn't matter what you socket, that is the best pet. And also, I forgot to mention, there's another strat people are doing with Death, and that is Trap Stack Death. This is the best Trap Stack Death pet. I sadly don't have it, but thankfully this guy had it, so I can show it off. If it was 10 dealer, of course that'd be the best, but doesn't really matter. This is the best Trap Stack Death pet, and you will win more games with Trap Stack Death than normal Death. I'll just say that now. It's just that you get better over time by doing overtime Death. Like normal Death, you'll get way better at the game, and I think you can also start playing more schools way better, because sticking to PvE strats, you don't really gain the sort of skill that other players gain by doing normal strats. I just think that if you really want to improve at the game, do normal death. But if you want rank, you don't care about that, then yeah, sure, go with the Forge Goblin. It's really easy strat. You can do it. You can get Warlord like probably in less than like 150 games. Now for life, I would normally say just run this Bracetify pet. You're talking for Bracetify, but no, this is not good anymore. I've been watching live PvP for a couple weeks now, and I realized that you need wards. But yeah, up on the screen here is the best life pet, breaker proof, fire ward and myth ward, and then life dealer, or technically life bringer, you know, it's weird. And then you socket Bracetify. An amazing pet, such an amazing pet. And you do need fire and myth ward. Like, life is so bad that you need it. It's not like, oh, you can do without. No, you need it. Like, you need it. And there's nothing else I can say about that. You need those. It's actually crazy how badly you need those wards. Of course, fire is in an interesting spot right now because everyone wards to fire. No, even fires are warding to fire. But I believe there are two best pets on fire. And of course, I believe this pet is the best pet. I wish it was the blue Jin, but this is the best pet. But you could also replace Sniper, and I actually recommend this. Instead of Sniper, have Balance Ward. Balance Ward is needed, no matter what I say. No matter what anyone says, you need Balance Ward. It's not like, oh, you don't need to have it. No, you need Balance Ward. I'm gonna be honest, you need it. I've been watching people play, you need Balance Ward. Like, or badly. So you don't need Sniper. I think like it's like a 2% chance of fizzling if you don't even have it. So it does not even matter. Like, you don't need Sniper. And if you fizzle from a 2%, that doesn't matter because you're sacrificing that for a 15% increase on your resist. Well, not 15%. I think it's more like 10 or something. But still, really, really good. You need Balance Ward badly. And even if you fizzle, like, you think about it this way: you have a 2% fizzle. You could realistically you fizzle or you lose a game to a fizzle maybe 2 games out of like 50 or 2 games out of 100. And just think of how many balances you'd play, right? If you lose to a warded balance, then I don't know what to say. Or if you lose to a balance warded, then I don't know what to say. But if you don't, because ward is just kind of cracked, think about it. How many balances are you going to play in 100 games compared to you fizzling that 2% fizzle? So that is my reasoning on why you don't need Sniper. And instead, it's better to run Balance Ward. And of course, just have the same stats. And honestly, you don't need Sniper. I'd rather have Giver, Dealer, Proof, Breaker, and just have that Balance Ward. You just need the pet. Now for Ice. Ice, there are 3 different pets you should use. And of course, they're all blimp buddies. This is one of them, which is my favorite. Breaker, triple damage, Proof, and then I socket Bracetify. Really, really good. And one thing you can use instead of having Ice Giver or Pain Giver, you can have Mighty, so you have an increase on your Pierce, some of your damage, and the res. But just because, you know, Ice normally doesn't have that great of damage, I like using Giver, so I get that extra damage. You know, there's something I like, and I'm already, like, with Defy, I would be at 69 because I don't even have the right hat, but I'd be at 69 resist, so I'm at a decent resist. So I just think I like Giver better. But Mighty is also really, really good. And the third pet, you guys are just gonna be really weirded out by it, but this is the third pet. Thankfully, one of my friend had. Why am I saying it so weird? Thankfully, one of my friends had it, and this is it: Breaker, Dealer, Double Res, and then Bulwark. But of course, you know what would be better if instead of Defy, you had Giver to socket Bracetify. Of course, that's always the case. But the reason Bulwark is so cracked is that it takes away 40% of your damage and it gives you 40% resist. And that is just crazy. So basically, you have a 70 res around, or, you know, with drawbacks, you might have like around 60 something percent resist, which is crazy. Like, it's actually nuts. So adding the Bulwark basically means you're running 100 resist, and like, it's crazy. 100 resist, and I think Bulwark could actually come into this meta, and I think defensive schools like Balance, and Ice and Life, if they do use this, I honestly think it's really good. But of course, I think the school that it's best for is Ice, because you do a lot more chip damage on Life and Balance, but for Ice, just tanking it out, then you just get your shads up, and then you just double shad. This is what I love about Ice. But Bulwark is a really nice talent, and honestly, I'm gonna be making this pet soon, and I'm actually gonna be pretty stoked about it. And of course, lastly, Myth. And Myth is a bit of a more interesting one, because I actually have not done Cosmic Myth PvP. I just know the best pets. Basically, this would be normally, without any ward, this would be the best pet, and instead of Giver, you had Sniper. That would be the best pet, but Brace Defy, you know what I mean? Everything Brace Defy. So instead of Giver, if you had Sniper, and then you saw Brace Defy, best pet. And up on the screen is the best Myth pet, in my opinion. Like, without a doubt, I see every Myth run this, and basically Proof, Double Ward, Balance, and Fire Ward, Sniper, and then Dealer. And the thing is, you're probably asking, why do I need Fire Ward, or why do I need Myth Ward? Why do I need Fire Ward? Myth already does a lot of damage. I'm gonna be honest, no, Fire just does a lot more damage. It's just that you can't really keep up with their damage most of the times as a Myth, so Ward is very, very helpful. And Balance is Balance. Like, your main sort of combo on a Myth is King Art Yaga, and if you can't do that because mana burn, then you just should ward. Honestly, and the worst part is, I have not lost to a warded Myth on my Balance. That's how crazy cracked Balance is. Like, it's so easy, and like, it's not even, you can verse a bad Balance and still lose with ward, but you need ward. You really, really need ward. It's actually really, really good to have. But yeah, best Myth pet. I should be making these pets soon. The Life and the Myth one, I should be making them very, very soon. So you guys can ask me for lens in the comments, and join my Discord if you want these lens. But yeah, those are all the best pets in my opinion. You guys let me know what pets you run, or what do you think is better for this school. But generally, how I've played, how I've seen other people play, I have assumed these are the best Cosmic pets. And I have a bunch of these pets, and so if you guys want some of these pets, hit me up, join my Discord, at me, DM me on Discord, and I'll reply to you as fast as I can. I'm down to lend anytime. It helps me out. I get a bunch of those peppers, and also it'll help you out, because these are the best pets for Cosmic PvP. And if you guys have any other questions on what some of these things mean, or what or why these sort of talents are good, let me know, because I'm pretty sure I can do a pretty good explanation on why it's a good talent to have, or why you prefer a specific talent over another talent. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video.